Alright, what's up guys, Joker94 here today, and today I got another cooking video for you guys. So, obviously you can tell from the title, this is meatballs, homemade, and these are going to be some of the best meatballs you've ever had, I bet. I would use my grandma's recipe, but unfortunately, she won't give me that. She'll give me it, but she won't let me put it on video on YouTube, and she won't let me do her sauce recipe, because my grandma makes the best meatballs and best pastas I've ever had in my life. But this one's very close rival. We're not making fresh sauce, at least I don't think. Hey, if I do it, if I decide I want to do it tomorrow, I'm probably just going to use canned sauce or bottled sauce and just doctor it up. But anyways, continuing. So what you're going to need is half a pound of ground lamb, half a pound of ground pork, and half a pound of ground beef, preferably ground round. But I couldn't find that at Wegmans, so I just got ground beef, which I guess will work fine. But here's the lamb. And the meat altogether came to like $17. So here is... And you want to do this part the night before. So here is half a pound of ground lamb. We're going to take half of the, god damn it, half of the pork, because I got a pound of each thing, so I'm using obviously half of each. And damn you, half of the beef. Then you're going to want to have 1/4 cup of plain breadcrumbs. You want to have 1/2 a cup of finely grated Parmesan cheese, 5 ounces of frozen thawed spinach, and it's frozen, you thaw it and drain it just by squeezing it over the sink and drain it as much as you can. 1 whole egg. Let me just rinse my hand off. Be back 1 second. Okay guys, so we're back. So for your seasoning, you're going to want to add 1 tablespoon of garlic powder. Now this is an Alton Brown recipe. He only calls for 1 teaspoon, but I love garlic, so I'm putting a whole tablespoon because garlic is one of my favorite seasonings. So you're going to need that. You're going to need 1 teaspoon of kosher salt. Then you're going to need 1.5 teaspoons. I'm sorry, wait. Hold on 1 second. I'm just trying to figure out what order I want to put this thing, so I'm going to be dunking in multiple things. You're going to want 1 teaspoon of red pepper flakes. If you don't like spicy, you might not want to add this. Then you're going to want to do 1.5 teaspoons of the following. 1/2 teaspoon of basil leaves. So that's 1, this is a half, and then this is a 1 teaspoon. And I know I can just use this and then only fill it halfway, but I want to be precise. Then, 1.5 teaspoon of oregano. Or oregano, as Chef Ramsay would call it. And then 1.5 teaspoon of parsley. And again, I don't know if I said this earlier, but you want to do this part 24 hours before actually making the meatballs. And you don't really have to do it. You can use it immediately, but trust me guys, it makes the world of difference doing it 24 hours later, because I made these multiple times before. And, when you do it 24 hours in advance, what it's doing is letting the flavors, mend and marinate or whatever. And just trust me, guys, when I say this, it's a crucial step, it's necessary, and it will make, again, all the world of difference when you do it this way. If you can't do 20 hours, try to do at least as long as you can, basically. But if you have to serve it immediately, that's fine, obviously. But if you are able to, wait, then do the wait for the full 24 hours. So I'm going to put these spice lids back on, and I'll see you guys in just a second. Alright guys, so next thing you want to do is just mix these up, and it's not really necessary, but I suggest wearing rubber gloves, just for sanitation. And I ripped it, but either way, you don't really need the gloves for this part. I'm just using it, again, for sanitation. I have a cut on my finger, I just got a paper cut today. And I always have little nicks in my fingers from opening boxes and shit at work. Taking apart computers, I'll nick it on circuit boards and shit. But anyways, you don't need it for this part, but you do You don't need them at all, but it's suggested definitely for tomorrow when we're gonna actually roll the meatballs and make them. But I'll explain that tomorrow. But anyways, guess what? This part's really, really complicated. It's gonna take a lot of time. All you have to do is literally just mix it up. Just mix everything together, and googe the egg in there, and take it, turn it like this, Now you're gonna need a half a cup of breadcrumbs, in total, just so you guys know that. And you're only gonna put, it was a fourth of a cup, right? Yeah, 1/4 cup in originally, and the rest of it's gonna be used for later. As far as cooking these, the way we're gonna do that is in a mini muffin tin. So if you don't have one of those, go get one. I just saw one today for like $13 at Wegmans. I'm actually gonna go. I already have one. I'm gonna try to go to Walmart tomorrow after I get out of work, and I'm gonna try to go after work tomorrow and get another one. But if not, I don't. Whatever. I have one. But yeah, so that's how you're gonna want to cook these, in a mini muffin tin in the oven. And you really, really want to mix these good. Get the breadcrumbs spread evenly. And while I'm doing this, I'll tell you guys a story. So I went to dinner with my neighbors, and then we went to the movies. So I'm basically their third kid. Shout out to Catherine and Mustache. That's what I call them. But anyways, I went with their kid too. It's not like I just went and hung out with them, though. I do just go hang out with them when their kid's not even there, because they're just cool as shit. But anyways, we dropped off my friend's girlfriend. We're on the way home. We're at a red light, or going left, and we hear this car screeching. They do like a big U-turn going like 30 or 40 miles an hour. Just like, what the fuck? So then we pull up so we can see. We look down the road that way, and the fucking car does it again and starts speeding down the road, and then it stop. You see it stop, and it's just sitting there. Well, it turns out the guy fucking drove his car into a ditch, and as we were driving by, he got out of the car limping. So he probably hurt himself a little bit, and he looked like he was fucked up at some point, drunk or on drugs or some shit. But that's pretty crazy. So yeah, like I said, you really want to get these mixed good, and fuck, you're gonna really wish you were here, because that shit smells really good. And that's basically it. Just push it down. Throw a little bit of plastic wrap over it, which unfortunately I don't have. So I'm gonna have to be really ghetto. Give me 1 second. This is gonna be my plastic wrap, because I don't have any in the house. And you just want to lightly push it on top. You don't want to like seal it. Kind of just put it like on the like that, if you see what I mean. All I did is just like that, and then just put that in your refrigerator for 24 hours. Make sure it's on the bottom shelf so it doesn't, if it somehow leaks, contaminate anything else, because you don't want to get everyone sick. Yeah, so I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay, guys, so it is the next day. These have been sitting in here for, it's not a full 24 hours, because I made these around midnight, maybe 11:30 last night, and it is 6:12 p.m. the next day, so they weren't in there for a full 24 hours, but it's long enough. It's almost 24 hours. But yeah, and if you can't do 24 hours, like I said, you can do it right away, or at least like an hour or two. The longer the better, though. So the next part is pretty simple. I have another 1/4 cup of breadcrumbs in here. And then I have just a big cookie sheet with tinfoil on it. And to actually cook these, we're gonna need a couple mini muffin tins. Yeah, you want about the ones to be more like this. This one's a little small. This is my neighbor's, but they save me in a pinch. But yeah, because the meatballs are gonna be about that size, and that's a regular muffin tin. That's too big. But you can use that in a pinch too. But anyways, put your tins aside, and let's start making the meatballs. So what you want to do is just grab a bit, and ideally you're going to want them to be just a little bit bigger than your tin. Because what's going to happen when we put these in here is it's going to sit, I mean this isn't going to be a ball, but it's going to sit like that, and it's going to be suspended above it. This way all the moisture and the juice and shit drains into the bottom of this and doesn't get on your meatballs and ruin the crust. More on the crust later. But anyways, so you want it to be about that big, and literally just take it and make a little ball out of it. Maybe a little bit more meat for this, make a little bit bigger. And I end up usually doing this once and then doing this twice because I don't have a scale to weigh these. And I'm wearing the gloves to prevent the heat from my hands making the meatball stick. And after you do that, you're literally just going to take it, throw it in your breadcrumbs, and just do one of these. And make sure you really get it coated good. And then put it on here, let it sit. Do that to the rest of them, then load them in your thing, and as soon as you're done, or actually I'm going to start it right now. So right now I'm going to preheat my oven to 400 degrees because it takes a while. So yeah, preheat your oven to 400 degrees. I'll see you guys in a couple minutes. Damn it. Okay guys, so my water is almost boiling for my pasta, and my meatballs are all done. I ended up with about 16 of them. They might be a little bit big, a little bit too small for whatever, but that's good enough. You don't have to be super exact. And you're just going to pop these bitches in there at 400 for 20 minutes. I figured 10 minutes for that, and then it's going to take about 11 minutes to make our pasta, which I got some spaghetti and some fettuccine because that's all I have. And then I got sauce, and that's just my can. Maybe someday, if you guys want me to, comment below and like and shit, I'll make a full video how to make sauce from scratch and everything. I would love to use my grandma's recipe because it's the best I've ever had in my life, but she's not going to give it up. She wouldn't give her meatball recipe up. She's not going to give her sauce recipe up. She'll give it to me, but I can't put it on YouTube. I wouldn't do that to her. But anyways, yeah. I'll make the sauce from scratch sometime if you guys want me to, but we're just going to doctor it up with some seasonings. But yeah, so these have already been in there for about a minute now. So, alright, see you guys in a minute. Alright guys, so we're back. Sorry about that. We got the right lid. So we're going to add just some parsley, some basil, oregano. So just obviously the basil. Add some of that shit in there. Add some oregano. A little bit of parsley. And trust me, this really does make a difference. And I would normally add red pepper flakes, but since I'm bringing this over to my neighbors who don't like spicy, a bunch of garlic powder, I'm not going to add red pepper flakes. And actually I'm not going to use that spoon, but just mix that around. And keep mixing it and tasting it and adding more if you need more. But yeah, pasta's coming along good. Let's check the meatballs real quick. You can't see, it's too dark, but whatever. Alright, see you guys in a few minutes. Alright guys, so the sauce almost heated. And it's important you keep stirring. I'm stirring. It's from Goodfellas if you haven't seen that. If you haven't seen Goodfellas, you need to watch, especially if you're Italian. It's classic. So, the meatballs should be done. We're going to take them out. Or at least check them. Look pretty done to me. I'm going to leave them in the oven just for a minute while I drain my pasta. But first I'm going to check that. Again, keep stirring the sauce. And don't worry about the meatballs. It's not going to hurt them to be in there an extra minute or two. Check the noodles. Perfect. Get my sauce to stir. And part of this cooking stuff, guys, is a lot of it's all timing. You just have to, you know, start cooking yourself and learning, and then you'll learn how long things usually take. Like, you know, I know how long it usually takes for the water to heat up and start to boil, and this and that. Ah, goddamn, this steam's hot as a motherfucker. Piece of shit. Anyways, I'm drained into a colander thing, by the way. Then stir the sauce constantly, because if you don't, it will start boiling and popping and getting up, make a fucking mess, and that's annoying, and it will burn. It's almost heated up enough though. Next thing you want to do, and this is a big argument between cooks, rinse the pasta. I say do it. it in cold water. It stops the cooking process. It also gets off any of the starch. Now, for certain things, you don't want to rinse, but for this, you're going to want to rinse. So, from there, I'm just going to let it drain out, and I'm going to end up putting everything in here because I'm going to my neighbors for dinner. Let's take my meatballs out. First, let's give this a stir. Alright, I'll see you guys in just a minute. Guys, since this video is mainly about meatballs, not the pasta and the sauce, I'm just going to try this on the camera. That's cooked perfectly in the middle. Right? Yep. Damn, it's hot. Woo! Peppers are not spicy. Wow. Delicious as always, and they actually do have a nice little spice to it. Which might be bad because my neighbor doesn't like spicy. She might flip out at me. But, hey. That's it, guys. It's super simple. I hope you guys liked the video. Thumbs up, subscribe, comment more shit I should cook, and I'll see you guys next time. Joy 94 out.